A ton of Zelda news, information, leaks, and rumors just dropped. Now, this is in regards to Ocarina of Time, and maybe even something to do with Twilight Princess coming to the Switch 2 eventually. Man, the Zelda news is one of my favorite topics, so I am so excited to talk about it in today's video. And before we hop into it, please subscribe to the channel. I reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for 9K. Let's see if we can hit our sub goal of 15 subscribers today. Let's hop right into it today. So like I said, we have a few different things to talk about. So I want to start off with talking about the price for Ocarina of Time. Apparently, the PlayAsia's pre-order listing was set at $60, so it seems like it may actually be the same kind of pricing as Star Fox, which I think would make sense because of the fact that it's not an original game. It's a remake, right? Even though we are expecting additional content, you know, a huge boost in the visuals and audio and just gameplay mechanics, controls, like it should be a great update and upgrade for Ocarina of Time as a whole. But because of the fact that it's just not an original game, I think it does make sense for it to kind of be on the lower end of the modern day pricing, as most games are $70 or $80 now, which is very unfortunate. But as long as Nintendo keep on giving us some physical media, you know, all the drama right now with PlayStation, but we won't even hop into that in today's video. So I feel like $60 is pretty accurate, but I also would not be surprised if it is going to be $70, just because this website did list it at $60. Doesn't necessarily 100% mean it will be. It could be a placeholder, or who knows, maybe they do know the price and they just accidentally published it. Now, next up, let's talk about when we should be seeing this new Zelda Direct for Ocarina of Time specifically, which would show off everything. We are expecting a Zelda Direct that should be followed by a treehouse. It seems like that's the new trend with Nintendo, is that they're showing off like a little bit of gameplay, then doing a huge just treehouse, showing off so much more. So we have apparently from Nash Weedle himself in his podcast saying that the next window will most likely be September to learn more about the Ocarina of Time remake, saying that contrary to what previous rumors may suggest, that no announcements will be made before the end of summer. I personally think we need to see something before the end of summer. I think it is a perfect time. We don't have any other huge gaming announcements dropping, and this game is probably coming out October-ish if I had to guess. So I suppose a September ginormous Direct kind of does make sense, but I would still say that they should be doing something in the summertime and even in September, like literally doing two things, because of the fact that it's pretty important. I mean, that's a pretty big game, right? I'm just like at the edge of my seat to see more about this game, because the first trailer was not really a trailer, it's more of a teaser, right? And a lot of fans are just really curious and I guess interested to see more, because people don't want to be disappointed. They want to know exactly what the graphics look like, because we kind of have a little, I guess you could say, hint or tease as to which direction they're going in with the new graphic style based on the little teaser, but it doesn't really reveal all that much. So I think it's going to be a pretty good presentation. I just kind of would think it's odd that it wouldn't be in the summertime. However, Nash Weedle, very reputable, like quite literally one of the most reputable guys at the moment in this kind of atmosphere, you know, rumor space. So who knows, maybe it is going to be September, and maybe, you know, the following week or month they'll drop the game. Who knows, maybe the game's dropping in September. And another piece of Zelda information, we have a potential rumor that is also coming from Nash Weedle himself, saying a new version of Twilight Princess could be coming, which maybe could entail like more so of a remake rather than just a port. That would be pretty cool. I feel like this is one of those games that I've seen a lot in the comments and just online. People want some love for Twilight Princess as a whole, so the Switch 2 obviously does offer a technical opportunity to justify a new version, unlike the classic Switch. Unfortunately, Wind Waker may have just been left in limbo. Here is the full transcription. Zelda Twilight Princess, until not so long ago, I hadn't heard anything about it, but it seems like a new version could arrive at some point. I had already commented a while back that I wasn't expecting either Wind Waker or Twilight Princess if they couldn't incorporate something into them. And now with the Switch 2, it's possible. For Twilight Princess, strong rumors have reached me, but for Wind Waker, it seems to have been left in limbo. This could be maybe one of the next big Zelda projects after the Ocarina of Time remake. I feel like this could be something that they are planning, but maybe they are just not going to do it until they actually see the success and see what happens with Ocarina of Time, if that makes sense. Like, they just want to make sure that Ocarina of Time is a successful game. As I mentioned in every single video nowadays, it's debatably one of the best video games of all time. It's literally the highest Metacritic score of all time. So this could be the next maybe pretty big Zelda game until we get whatever the next new 3D Zelda is. As far as the huge games like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, like this could be a game that maybe just fills in a little gap, that next 3D Zelda game may be like in the 2030s. Like, who really knows when that next huge new Zelda game is gonna drop? So if Ocarina of Time comes out this year, maybe we could see a Twilight Princess remake or port. It's sounding like a remake though. Maybe in the late 2020s, 2028, 2029, maybe even 2030 though. I don't exactly know, but I feel like this could actually happen. Zelda is huge, and it seems like with Nintendo, they are just really enjoying remaking stuff, and they are doing pretty well with that. People are liking it as well. They're doing a good job with these remakes, adding things, making it just more playable, easier to access, and I think that's a really cool thing as long as we still get these new titles, which we still are getting these new titles. So what do you guys think? Do you think Twilight Princess is going to happen? And Nash Weedle does clarify that this is more so of like a rumor rather than a big leak. But hey, if it's coming from Nash Weedle, it has some legitimacy to it. He's not 100% claiming it's going to happen, just want to specify that, but it seems like it has a real chance of happening, or at least they are thinking about it. And in some other fantastic news, we have some other information talking about how Nintendo are not going to abandon physical media anytime soon. That is extremely important. I think it's really important that we can own physical games, buy them cheaper, pre-owned, secondhand, sell them if we don't want them, to make some money back, to buy a different game, or whatever. Just keep it, collect it. It's all fun, right? This person basically saying that it kind of remains up in the air as far as Nintendo goes, but they have a very strong share of the physical software, specifically, being Switch and Switch 2, meaning that Nintendo actually have been leaning into support of physical copies, saying that physical sales have fallen every year since the late 2000s. However, Nintendo with the Switch 2 recently actually have seen an increase in these physical sales, and you can see right here from Nintendo's latest financial report, they actually do have a pretty big share of their video games being sold as physical copies, showing that people genuinely do want these physical copies. Now, I just hope that the next Nintendo console will still have physical copies and physical media. I think the Switch 2 is going to support it throughout its entire lifespan. I mean, even though we do have the game key cards, that's a whole another debate in itself, but at least it's something, and we are still getting other games being just completely on the cartridge itself. So, I mean, it's better than nothing, right? I mean, that's the whole debate, is that PlayStation just completely getting rid of physical media as a whole, which is just not cool at all. I think Nintendo realized this though, and I think that they specifically are going to be the company that is going to latch on to physical media and make sure it doesn't go anywhere anytime soon. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about physical media. Are you supporting it, or do you not care too much? Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. Let me know if you guys are hyped for the future of Zelda and just Nintendo as a whole, because I definitely am. So hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.